altar is being dealt with, separation is possible. Separation can never be possible when an altar is speaking against you. Why am I like this? Why are things not moving? Why am I suffering and nothing is coming out? Think of altar. As long as altar is working, covenant will keep on speaking. So we need to break the altar today so that the covenant will shut up forever. Somebody hearing me?
Yes, sir.
You got one little child for me how many days ago? I should pray for 3 years. When I saw the child, Alison, do you know what they say the child have? Diabetes. Okay, what will 3 years child eat? I think they say now sugar they bring diabetes. Then what do 3 years child eat that bring diabetes? And the guy don't just finish. As you dey see, you go really see say na diabetes they do. I asked the mother, who have this sickness in their family? Say the father. Any altar raised against you to carry what your father carried that is negative, from today, that altar is put down. Somebody shout altar. Altar! Every altar has a mouth. Every altar has a voice. They do everything in order for you not to have rest. Let me educate you a little bit that when it reached the period that your father died, a voice will start to cry. It can come in form of a bird on the tree in your frontage or a plantain. You can be hearing the people. You might not know that what they are saying is that it's remaining the son. It's remaining the son. The father, it is exact 3 years. It's exact 5 years. Today is the date that the father died. What is the son still waiting? You might not know that what is sounding there is the voice of an altar. Too many of us, we have been in bondage for a very long time, but we don't know. Whatever that happened is empowered by an altar. Hear me? It's not happening now. That does not mean you are free. It's not happening now. It means that you should be ready. Fight when you get strength. If I am lying, go to hospital bed and you will see people lying down there. Until when you are in pain, you will forget prayer. You don't understand.
I hear you.
Bibiyo ya agra ego. Bibiyo ya agra ego. Wa bibiyo ya adele konwe ihu. When you have olele ole. Oto nere sisa ihu mcho yo samba anu o ba le ole. Mi kokko go se Martin ihu. Ba ko ye. Ba wi o dere pa. O slide. Yeah, si go. Yeah, si go. Yeah, kachala. Ine go nana le ave champion. Sabe na go ka champion. Never you allow that manipulation to hold you down and leave what you need to do. As long as I am living, I can't live to shake my head. That is what I owe my generation and my children. There are vessels that pass through me into this world. So I have vowed and I have promised them that the least thing that cannot happen is that what I am suffering, they can't suffer. And what I did suffer, they cannot suffer. That is what I promised my children. Anything that comes from my own back will never affect anybody, my wife and my children. So that is what you sitting down here, you need to be thinking. Altars are real. I am not against pastors that will speak motivationally. Oh my dear, It never happened to you. Not saying no, they exist. Because I've seen people who climb high and they fall as if they did not climb. I've seen people who are doing well, but nobody knows them. I've seen people who did well, but nobody remember them. I've seen people who suffer for people, but they don't pay them back. I've seen people who did everything they do in order to save other person and they enter problem. Altar exists. Hear me? Altar is like hypertension. Immediately your BP rise. It triggers other sickness that you don't know inside your body. And now hear me. The one that he gave to me might not be the one he gave to you. There are some people that when their BP rise, you will see that on top of their head here now will be panting. Some people, one on the side of their head will be aching them as if it's headed. Some people, their front head only will ache them. Some people cannot bend down. Some people, their nose will be running. Some people, they will be having some noise in their ear. It will create different sickness on one person. And if you don't know, the sickness it will create for you, that is not the sickness that it will create for you. It will be of different sickness. That is what altar does. Altar has killed many persons. People at the neck of breakthrough, they were dragged down. Men that have been in the house for something to happen are being pulled out. Young girls who suffer for men that were nowhere and bring them to somewhere, they were being made useless. People that are supposed to be awarded, they were relegated in place of opportunity and they bring them down. The position that's supposed to give to you has been coined from you and given to another person because of altar. Tell me, let me tell you one thing. You get married as a young boy. When you get married, what your marriage is an altar. Because every man is a movable altar. Marry an altar that two did not agree, and the house becomes future house of confusion. Because there will be spiritual battle. Police arrest two persons from ELEME and were quarreling. Because of their quarreling, there was confusion in the community. And they sent both of them into the cell at the counter. Sit at the counter because you people are setting confusion. And they give them bench to sit down. And they give them bench to sit down. This one is sitting at the edge of this bench. This one is sitting at the edge of this bench. At the counter, we have 3 women and 2 policemen who are there taking veg of what they are bringing. If you want to enter, you give them tissue, you give them soap and different other things. So the 2 men that were sitting down there, they are just sitting down. What they were hearing was sound. That's what the police people were hearing. Ah! They look at the sound. Nobody slapped anybody. Nobody hit anything. They will hear a sound again. Oh! Where is the sound coming from? Nobody knows. Oh! The policewoman checked the other woman. Say, are you seeing anything? Say, no, I'm not seeing anything. What is going on? None of them. Oh! Nobody shoot gun. Say, check if somebody is clearing his rifle. He went outside to see if somebody is clearing the rifle. Nobody is clearing his rifle. Say, what is going on? Oh! Ah! Nobody knows. Policewoman went there on duty. I didn't back hand for you. Make movement to the front. So I come to work, I don't come to die. I come to work, oh, I don't come to die. Immediately here again. Oh! The man waiting there, follow her. Say, my guy, get together. And the last time the bench break into 2. In police station, bench break into 2. What is going on? 2 altars were colliding together. Nobody could see it. Or both of them are fighting in the spirit on the chair that they were sitting. Men are moving altar. If you don't fight the altar, you can't go far in life. go far in life. There are too many mouths open to speak against you in order to bring you back. I decree in the name of Jesus. Live here today, and God will deliver you from an evil altar. If you're here and you're ready to pray, let me see you wave up your hand. My dear, being prayerful is not going from one prayer to the other. That is not being prayerful. If you can pray, God can answer you today. We're talking about evil altar. Evil altar. Evil altar. The altar you don't fight, fights you. The altar you don't alter, alters you. Any altar you don't alter, will alter you. No altar keep working without a sacrifice. Every altar is empowered by a sacrifice. No attack come in a man's life if an altar is not erased. No attack work in a man's life if an altar is not being erased. Whenever you see a man suffering under sickness, they raise an altar and project sickness from the altar. Spirit have a law. I don't know if you understand me. Spirit have a law. There are some things that cannot work. No evil spirit walk as evil spirit. Every evil spirit must walk through a being. When Jesus was casting out those spirits, he said, where are we going to enter? Because an evil spirit cannot walk without blood. It must enter somebody that has blood before it will walk. If not, it cannot work. That is the reason why somebody said that devil enter inside him to attack me. Because devil must enter inside something. It does not. There is no devil that can just walk. It must enter inside something. When the man asked, the demon asked Legion, where will I go? He said, well, enter inside the swamp. And more than 1,000 pigs were possessed and ran into the water. Which means that demon does not walk alone. They walked with something. They will be possessed with something. So that's one of the law of the spirit. The same thing it is to altar. No altar has the power to work on himself. People trigger altar. People raise altar on your behalf. Men call your name and use your name to raise altar. Why you are like this is because there is a particular altar speaking against you. Altar will speak against evil marriage. We don't speak against favor. That's the reason why when Balaam want to accuse curse the children of Israel, he didn't say you should raise one altar. He said you should raise unto me 21 altars. Why? So that if I should raise the altar of failure, I will raise the altar of this. I will raise the altar of this. I will raise the altar of this. The problem we have in the church, you destroy one altar thinking that is the one in charge of your life. Only one altar does not disturb you. When the devil wants to destroy you, he raised multiple altars in order to rake you down. They raised 21 altars. He entered on the first altar and he laid curse upon Israel. And he said, how will immediately enter there? God changed his language. He said, how will I curse those who God have not cursed? Or how will I denounce those who God have not denounced? Because that was the first altar he raised. Many of you sitting down here, the altar that is raised against you is more than 120. Because when they see that they have frustrated you, they will raise another one for barrenness. Raising one for barrenness, they raise another one for poverty. Raise one for poverty, they raise another one for failure. And when they raise it, you are just you are like a moving corpse, and everything is happening to one man at the same time. Are you raised? Whatever altar raised against you, today we break it down. But if your amen can climb more than this, the result will come to you in full. Say, oh God, my Father. Any altar raised against my life for evil, pull them down. believers. Hear me, no matter how mighty you are, the elder brothers we have in ministry understand this. Show me a man that is moving forward, and I will show you a man that understands the mystery of altar. Any man that has ever crossed a boundary have dealt with altar. And the reason why you see too many people revolve is because they don't know the basis of altar. Okay, for instance, somebody is praying for grace. You're praying for grace. Oh God, give me grace. Oh God, give me grace. Oh God, give me grace. A particular person can be praying for grace for 1 year and you will not see any result. The reason why is that you're praying for only grace. You are not really saying, God, I need grace for riches. Riches have grace. Favor have grace. Upliftment have grace. Fruitfulness have grace. Grace is a general name like a course. I'm studying mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is a course. Inside mechanical engineering, you have automobile engineering. Inside it, you have too many other engineering. So engineering is big or wide. Okay, let me put it as engineering as a body. We have electrical engineering, civil engineering, metallurgical engineering. We have mechanical engineering. We have hydraulic engineering, different aromatic engineering. But we just have one name of engineering. That is how grace is. Grace might be one name, but grace has multiple results that it works. That is how altar is. When a man is fighting altar. Now, anytime you see that a man have one open door, he dealt with the altar of that power. Okay, you don't understand? Have you ever seen somebody that say, I went for program and God answered me? What do you go there with? Maybe marriage. There's one of my daughter that the first day I went to Ajuri University, as I was there, he met me in the school. He said, you must know my house. When I was going there, he bought food for me. I dug it outside now. Carried the food inside, take it away. As I was going, he said, come and know my house. As I was coming back, trying to come out, I said, that wait for me. I said, what do you want? He said, marriage. Say, in the name of Jesus, you will marry. Any altar that speaks against your delay in marriage, broken. She shouted, Amen. And I left there. After 2 weeks, somebody met me directly. They say, you want to marry her. I don't know if you understand me.
Yes,
Anytime you see one miracle come, that altar that was holding that miracle was broken. I don't know if you understand me. Then now, the reason why the other miracle has not come is that there are forces and spirit holding those other things that has not come. I ask you a question now. What is the really serious thing you want now? Know that the altar is still alive. You understand what I mean?
yes, sir.
The serious one that is going on now, maybe it's unemployment, maybe it's hatred, maybe it's pain, maybe it's sickness. Anyone you know that is still working, know that the altar is still alive. The altar is not closed or dead. Can you raise up your right hand? There is something that is going on in your life right now. I declare any altar that is backing up that attack in the name of Jesus be destroyed. Pray God should just give you understanding. Altar can change everything about you one day. Many of them don't come. They come at the end when you have suffered much. They don't appear. They appear, everything will go down. Life is in phases. Each phase you need an altar to fight to be free. Nobody will say I am in class 4 that I will not write exam before I will pass. Just as in your life there is door for everything, spiritually there is an altar for every level in your life. Can we go on? Let this very level now. Any altar holding you on this very level now, let that altar catch fire. The enemy is not enough. I said let it catch fire. I said let it catch fire. Altars are everywhere, behind everything, and it controls many things around you. Remember, altars are everywhere. Altars are behind everything, and they control almost everything around you. There is no great man that does not understand this mystery. All great men understand the mystery. No covenant work without an altar. If there is no altar, covenant will not work. Your prayer could have been answered before now, but an altar is holding it. Say, amen, amen. The prayer you started from the first day, I hear you. But the prince of Persia, see, they are doing what? As old prayer for 20 days. A prayer that was offered. Many of you here, your prayer has been hindered for 11 years. 7 years. For the time you started suffering till today, altar started speaking. There's one thing they don't want. There are things in life that does not want you to smile. Altar is in charge. Altar is in charge. Somebody met me. He's doing all this agent work. Say, well, George, I need prayer. I said, what? There is a house they put in my hand to sell 7 million. The man said, if I sell it, he will give me 700,000. 700,000 is 10% now. But if I should put my own money, okay, I'm talking your feet now. If I should put your own, as in if somebody put his own money, they will do what? I won't give you anything. The guy say, okay. The guy sent somebody to where the house is. So I want to sell this house 7 million. According to him, he said, even if I get the 700,000, it have a long way to go. I don't even want to put anything. The guy said he will not buy. He brought the second person, said he will not buy. The same man that owns the land went and meet another person. Hand over the house, give the man. I want to sell this house 7 million. But if you should put your own thing as your own game, I don't know if you're hearing me. Any game that enter won't give you the 700,000 again. This second man went and meet the first man that came to check the house where the other man go meet. Say, I have a house I want to sell. Say, how much? Say, I want to sell it for 8 million. You say, 8 million? Is it not expensive? Bring it down now. 8 million last. Say, where is the house? Say, the house is in Organic. Let us go and see. He went there. He saw it that it was the house somebody gave him 8 million. He said, 7 million. He said, where can we do the transaction? He bought it for 8 million in the hands of another man. But he refused to buy it from the 7 million from the hands of another man. Who lost? He doesn't care. All time. I don't know if you understand me. Have you seen all these people who used to sell shop? And you will stay in the particular, say, how much is this soap? Say 35 naira. I don't like it. How much is this soap? 50 naira. And then we count 50 naira and pay for that the same soap where they sell 35 naira. All that. And then nothing follow you. He bought that land 8 million. He told the owner, I sold it 8 million. And the owner say, okay, I can't give you 700,000 again. He said, no problem, no problem. He collected his 1 million. The man wrote deeds of conveyance of 8 million and give to the person, and he removed his hand. Then this man that is moving from one person has used how many persons to go and shield the person. They refuse to buy it for 7 million. But when they meet the same person bought it for 8 million because of altar. What is that on your forehead that has made you carry within your papa carry? What is that is at the corner of your house that is speaking and crying for your with your name every day? That today, that altar shall be broken. As I said before, I said altar. Have you ever seen a woman who married a man? Immediately he got married to the man started going down. Gradually. And somebody that is earmarked to be rich and to be highest and to be a big man on earth will start be begging because of marriage. What altar? When you meet some pastors, it's not that they did not hear well, no. They hear well, but they don't know how to arrange the message.